What is up? What's up, Jeez Louise? Hello, hello. Wait, Taco Bell ads? That doesn't make any sense. I guess you get ads no matter what nowadays. I thought there was a thing where it was like if you don't monetize your channel, you don't get ads. But maybe that is no longer the thing. Oh man, you want a Jameson cam? Yeah, I could supply that. Easy. Let's see. Is this the right cam? Let's see. USB video device. What's up, Alexi? And MDR. I have to double check here if the cam is online. Video capture is not working right now on this one. I might have to redo it. Cheers. I got my water here. Let's see, configure. So if I click on the jam cam, it's just blank right now because that means that this is not working. All right. Let's go ahead and remove this. And then add video source. There we go. Okay, there it is. There is the cam of the jam. Boom. Okay, we're back online. All right, what is up? I feel like I haven't really been online a lot lately because of I just have like this new school year has been really giving me a lot of extra work at nights to do, and it's just sort of that combined with trying to take Jameson out and make sure he's getting his playtime with his friends at the park. All of these kinds of things adding up means it's just like really I don't really have much time. Unfortunately, which is kind of a bummer because I was hoping to at least be able to do a couple times a week, and it's turning out that like once a week is even tough. But hopefully as the semester goes on, things will start to loosen up. But we will see. No promises as of right now. Let's see. I have not played Psychonauts. I've surprisingly been playing some League of Legends lately. And that's been kind of fun, but I feel like it's one of those games where you start to hit a point where the improvement starts to slow down, and it becomes kind of frustrating when you start playing people that are like really, really good. Am I still playing it? Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I'm playing it like it's probably the game that I play when I like have a little bit of time. I'll play like a game, but I'm still only playing in like non-ranked stuff. Just what is it? Like I don't think you can even play ranked right until you're a certain level. So I'm still early. So I'm just messing around with those kinds of games. And it's pretty fun, but it's also can be very frustrating. Like my mood, like if I would have to like sort of depict my general kind of personality, let's see, let me pull up a. So if I have like my normal mood, like some people, right, they have like their mood is like if it's just like a graph of mood over time. Let's say this is like time T, and then this is like happy, sad, right, on this. Most people, right, and then this is sort of like this midline is kind of like regular, like just sort of very neutral, not happy or sad. Most people's life is probably like, right, maybe something like that. Maybe. I feel like mine is sort of like more like that. Except when I play League of Legends, it's like it's more like that. It does kind of get you. It does hit you sometimes with some really like frustrating moments. The thing about that game is like you get frustrated at yourself and at other people. And it's very rarely that you find a moment where you're happy with the way you're playing and happy with the way your team is playing. But when those moments do happen and everything kind of aligns, it's fun. You have thousands of hours. Okay. Well, who do you main, I guess? Like what would you say is like where you have most of your hours in? Okay, Corki. I don't think I know Corki too much. Let me look. I'm just looking. I'm looking at his like bio or whatever it's called. Whoa. So he's hold on. So most people are playing him mid. Okay. So he's played mid mostly, or some people say they play him jungle. You play TF2, Team Fortress 2, Team Fortress, Team Fortress. Wait, Team Fortress 2. Hold on a second. What's that one? That's not Dota. That's not a MOBA, is it? Wait, is Team Fortress 2 kind of similar to This is an old game, 2007? It's like a FPS MOBA, kind of. Would you classify Overwatch as a first-person shooter multiplayer online battle arena? Or would you just call that like an FPS? Who do I play? Geez, I've been playing. I started off picking like very simple champions. So I've been playing Annie in the mid lane, and I've been just recently starting to try Tristana in the bottom lane, which has been fun. I've actually had a lot of fun with Tristana lately, um, which has been good. I just like, but again, like I'm learning it the game, so I'm trying to stick with a champion that's not very like technical, where I can kind of just get the hang of most of the game itself, and then maybe later transition. But I kind of like Tristana, so I want to stick with them. Both of them are old champions too. I think. Let's see, what were the original champions, right? Like back when it first came out. 17 original champions. 17. Dang. Alistar, Annie. Yeah, see, Annie was an original. And Tristana, both were originals. OG characters. Wow, look at the graphics. The graphics have actually changed. Look at how bad those graphics used to be. That's crazy. What's up, Appa? Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun. Annie's a little bit simplistic in the sense that I feel like I've started to hit a place where it's like I'm running out of like creative ways to improve. But with Tristana, I feel like there's no limit to like what you can do with Tristana, because like if you can chain her leaps together is and then using her R to like push people in directions, like push them under a tower, or put a bomb on somebody and push them into the team during a fight. Like these kinds of things seem like they have pretty high upper limit. So, because Annie, Annie is like it's just repeat, like just get a just drop Tibbers when you have a stun, and just like just hope for the best. Yeah, so that's been interesting. Yeah, so Corky, it's funny because when I think of Corky, there's a dog is at the dog park where I go to, whose name is Corky. It's a corgi named Corky. Actually, I don't like this page. I like the This is a good one, BGG. There's a skin called Corky Corky. Oh, maybe the owner is actually a League of Legends nerd, and that's why he named his dog Corky. But I don't think so. I doubt it. Has a high win rate, low pick rate though. Phosphorus bomb. Veigar. I feel like Veigar is one that I actually find really annoying to play against when I'm Tristana. So I always ban Veigar because I'm like, this guy is kind of frustrating. I think I need to not be too crazy on like trying new champions. I'm just gonna stick to the ones I've been playing. I think the worst case scenario is constantly changing. Like even just playing two champions, I noticed that like if I play one champion for a week and then I go back to the other one, like I'm like super like the coordination I have is off. So even two is like I feel like I'm stretching. You have to remember I'm old. My neuroplasticity is really low. I don't have the ability to like learn as well as you guys because I'm old. You have to understand. takes me longer. By the way, cheers, Erebus. I saw you do the hydrate there. So, the one thing I will say is I'm not going to play League on stream. That I can tell you. And the reason is because it's I think it's too much. Like, it's too much intensity, and I don't know if I will, because my mood does this kind of thing, or like I might have like crazy. I don't trust myself to sort of not like get angry. And I don't think that's a good look. But I did want to look up when the new Minecraft patch release is coming out. Apparently people are saying that the one to look forward to. Appa, I would, if it's something that was causing you strife, if a game is causing you more pain than fun, you just gotta abandon it. All right, 1.7. See, like, Minecraft is a game that I can play where it's just sort of like relaxing. Oh, it's like the addicting piece of it. Yeah, that's another reason to not play it. If it's something that you don't feel like you can control your the amount that you get into it, that's actually really problematic too. Yeah, I think that's what they say. Like, even if you like, I think that's one of the rule of thumbs for any sort of addiction is people that have addictions to anything, right? Whether it's substances like drugs or alcohol, or it's just something more like a video game or whatever. Like, there is no, and this is what they say. I'm not an expert, but I hear like psychologists and people that are like addiction specialists talk about this idea of a person with an addiction. They can't have something in moderation because it just sort of will just always sort of transition back to that addictive state. Now, I don't know if that's true. I would hope that's not true. I would hope that at a certain point you could reach a level where you could engage with something in a responsible way. But maybe for some people it's either all or nothing. What books am I reading? I'm not reading anything. Well, what are you reading? You're reading a book for Halloween called Mouth. I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. What is this? By Harlan Ellison. 1984. This is an old book. What up, Doom Kaiser? 1984. Published in 1967 and reissued in 1983. Contains 7 stories with copyrights ranging from 1958 to 1967. Okay, I see. Okay, so it's a anthology of 7 stories. So it has I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. That's the one you're reading. So you're reading I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, the story, or you're reading the anthology here with all of the rest with the other stories as well. Just the story? Okay. How long is it? This says this book is a total of 134 pages and it has 7 stories. So are we talking like a 20-page story? 40 minutes? Okay. That's pretty short. So it's like a short story, like a scary short story. Interesting. Let's see.
Dove Audio presents I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream.
Is this the
Stories.
audiobook you're talking about?
The Voice of the Edge, Volume 1 by Harlan Ellison.
I have no mouth, and I must scream. Limp, the body of Gorister hung from the pink palette, unsupported, hanging high above us in the computer chamber. And it did not shiver in the chill, oily breeze that blew eternally through the main cavern. The body hung, head down, attached to the underside of the pallet by the sole of its right foot. It had been drained of blood through a precise incision made from ear to ear under the lantern jaw.
Oh, jeez. Okay. All right. So this is like a... I mean, the cover looks really creepy. This is the cover that I'm seeing on the YouTube video. This is a picture of a guy with no mouth, and he has like a funnel for an ear, and what looks like a I can't quite tell, but it looks like legs, like, and like looks like he has no torso, but like he has a giant head. He has a giant head with very small legs and arms that are like directly attached to what would be the neck, and then his ear is like a funnel with what looks like an insect or a person, like a small thing inside of it. Yeah, weird. Very weird. Okay, yeah, I don't spoil it. I'll leave this tab open for myself. I may come back to it. It's only a 40-minute listen. So wait, Appa, you're saying that there's a screen, or sorry, no, geez Louise, you're saying there's a snapshot of it? Let's see, of the new version. How do I look that up? Most recent Minecraft screenshot? Is that what I would look up? This one? Minecraft snapshot, 21 weeks, 21W16A. Nine hours ago, 21W. What is this even? New features in 21W37A. Added noise caves and aquifers, added dripstone caves, underground biomes, groves, lofty peaks, lush caves, meadow. So the issue is, like, I want to go back to Minecraft, but someone was telling me I should just wait until I don't remember what they said. It was like there was a certain patch number, because I had thought that 1.17 was supposed to be like the big update that we should go back to, but other people were telling me like, no, that's not. There's actually gonna be a better one. Is it 1.18 maybe that we're waiting for, or is it like 1.17 dot something? What if I do? What does this tell us if I look at 1.18? This gives us some info here. 1.18, the second release of Caves and Cliffs, is an upcoming major update released in late 2021. It was first announced alongside the release of 1.17 Snapshot. Features from 1.18 were developed alongside 1.17. They're completely overhauling caves to stretch down to -59. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just wait and see. So its official name is Caves and Cliffs Part 2. Okay. The Minecraft launcher. Do I still have the Minecraft launcher? I do. Problem is, it's gonna want to update, and it's gonna try and use up my bandwidth to update Minecraft if I open the launcher, I think. Yeah, I'm not gonna upgrade my. I have to do that later. I think I hydrated. Oh, I didn't see the. I didn't see your new one. I actually am out of water. I will grab some and be right back. Well, first, let's do this. Be right back. Alrighty. I am hydrated, and I am just gonna hang out a little bit. I think this year office hours is actually not a thing, which is weird. I don't know why, because it was normally a thing. You know what I think it is? I actually kind of know what it is. It is the fact that I only have one biology class this year, and it's always freshmen that tend to be office hour heavy, rather than I usually have 2 or 3. Alright, now if I can even remember what I did, what I was doing. Food. Eat the steak. Eat more steak. Okay, so Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I was kind of exploring this underground area. And I'm looking for ore. Oh, I actually got some copper ore there. Okay, that's right. Okay, that's right. I have a spear. Wait. Okay, copper bars. That's obviously good. Got a lot of iron. We got some silver. What was it that we were trying to build last time? We wanted to upgrade weapons. And we also wanted to do, upgrade weapons and also get to a situation where we can actually find these core fragments. It's okay. So far, it's okay. I haven't actually played it a lot, I'm going to be honest. Oh, shoot. I did the wrong thing. I've only played it for like an hour, a couple hours, and it's okay. It's aight. It's kind of a game where it's I think it's taking me a while to get the hang of the controls a little bit. Everything kind of feels a little awkward. And I don't know if that's just because I'm slow at figuring this out, or if the controls are just kind of awkward in general. Like, nothing really feels smooth yet. Everything's a little clunky. But I said the same thing was said about Terraria as well. For me, at least. The way I felt about Terraria. And that one eventually grew on me. But this is slow, too. This is slower, I think. Where did that cocoa seed go that I just should have picked up? Is that it? No. Rice, wheat, potato, cotton, cocoa seed? Oh, there it is. Should replant this thing. Dude. See, this is kind of awkward as well, like the way the menus work. See, why can't I plant it there? Okay. So I can do that. Cocoa seed. I should be able to place this. Ah, there we go. Okay. Now I need to water. I feel like I'm playing Stardew Valley right now with this thing. This game is like Stardew Valley crossed with Terraria. But awkward. So if I just click... Hold on. Ah, right. That's how we collect. I collect the foods. Been playing Factorio, Solaria, TF2, Ravenfield. I have heard of 2 of those games. I've played Factorio. Great game. One of the best. Not quite as good as Satisfactory. which I think is probably the best like automated factory building game by far. It's like Factorio is good. Satisfactory is like Factorio, but just 5 times better. And then Solaria, never heard of it. TF2, heard of it, never played it, and then never heard of Ravenfield. Okay, so I've got seeds. Now the question is, I want to cook stuff like steak and popcorn. And what did I harvest? I heard like I harvest cocoa pods. Grind it up and you've got chocolate. So where do you grind it up in? That's the question. I think you can grind chocolate up. You should be able to grind it up in a Is there something I have to build to make this? All right. We need to open up this thing. Let's go to our Starbound wiki. Chocolat. Taught by CocoaPod. Ingredient 4. Oh, hold on. CocoaPod. Unlocks recipe. Chocolate. Right, but how do you make it? Crafted kitchen counter. Kitchen counter. Okay. We need to make a kitchen counter. That's got to be something that I haven't unlocked yet, maybe. Nope, nope, nope. Probably haven't unlocked it, is my guess. I'm going to go with the guess. We don't have a kitchen counter. Which means we need to check our wiki again. Where is that page? Here it is. Kitchen counter. Crafted an engineer's table, which I don't think we have. Ah, I see. So we're only at stage 1. We have an inventor's table. We need to get to stage 2 before we can even do that. Got it. Got it. So in order to upgrade our inventor's table to a big engineer's table, we need glass, silver, and tungsten, which is what we were looking for. Now I remember we were trying to find tungsten ore. That's right. You said Solaria is a parkour game. Oh, interesting. Parkour. So when I think parkour game, the thing that comes to mind for me is Assassin's Creed. So that's my only really experience with parkour games. Let's go ahead and let's put lanterns up here so we just illuminate this area, because we're probably going to want to mine around here. Oh geez. Why did I lose my, it took my sword. Or did I drop the sword? Wait, hold on a second. Inventory? See, this is what I mean by a little bit awkward. Like, I keep, and this is probably me just being clumsy, but I keep dropping stuff randomly, and I'm not 100% clear why. Oh, there's my sword. Yeah, see, I accidentally dropped it. And it's also kind of hard to hit things when they're in certain locations. Ravenfield is like Call of Duty, but with yourself. Like a solo kind of game. Like you can't team up with people. Wait, hold on a second. You can actually harvest the wall here? Wait. You can get this stuff? Oh. I didn't realize that the backdrop was actually extractable. Well, that changes things, because then this stuff can get harvested. See? I didn't know that. Oh, jeez. We need to eat. Oh, then these things also go bad. That's not good. Space Station 13. Roleplay a job. Your biggest enemy is your crew, not even traders, but I do have to say I have very good chemistry examples. Add water and potassium and guess what? It explodes. You roleplay a job. What is that? Like one of those simulation games? Okay, so I can jump. Jeez. Damn. Alrighty, I don't know, man. I'm not having the most fun with this game off the bat. I'll be gonna be straight up with it. I'm gonna go ahead and not play right now. Security will arrest the criminals. Cooks makes food. So it's like multiplayer, and everyone has a role within like this setup. Makes sense. I think I kind of understand that. It's kind of like a mafia style game where everyone has their role that they're trying to execute. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not looking it up. I'm not looking it up. I'm not. I was trying to look up something else really quickly. All right. Well, that game is not holding my attention. It's crazy. I'm just not into it. And I don't think anything else on here right now I feel like playing either. It's Half-Life. Yeah, it's a classic. Half-Life is like one of those games that just will bring me back to my 1997, 1998? Yeah, till I was like, that would be like middle school for me. The original Half-Life. That's some like real classic stuff. That was like a real, like probably as far as like experiences in gaming, it was probably one of the best experiences I had as a young boy. Really good. Boo, 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 boo. Nope, I have not played Hive Swap. Yeah, I'm Story-based games are fun sometimes, but I also sometimes I can get a little bored with them. I do often get bored with story-based games, and I don't know if that's just me. Hold on, I'm trying to figure if I can get this thing aligned properly. Oops, that's not what I wanna do. So basically, it says it's a. Oh, I see. Okay, got it. So you're swapped with a troll boy named Damek from the planet Alternus. She tries to get back to Earth. Okay, interesting. What up, Mouse Pillow? Hello, hello. Got nothing really going on tonight, man. I kind of don't have any games that I feel like playing, so I've just been kind of doing not much. And there's not really much going on as far as office hours, so things have been pretty boring. So I might call it a night early tonight. And then yeah. Yeah. Yep. Good night, MDR. Wait, MDR, I'm not. Wait, do I know you, MDR? Which do I? Because I don't. I've seen you a couple times, but it's not like a name that I'm super familiar with. You know. What lesson are they on? We're talking about climate change. We actually just watched, which apparently, well, in let me think. In biology, we're starting to talk about global warming and climate change. We just finished the carbon cycle, and then in apes, we are talking about ecosystem services, which would be things that like ecosystems provide to humans that are really important, that we can sometimes think of like having a monetary value to things like provisioning services like food and materials, but also things like regulating services. These are things that regulate our climate, things like pollination, and like cultural service or aesthetic, like the beauty of nature for national parks, these kinds of things. You're in the shadows? Okay, fair enough. What up, Nate? Nathan, how are you? Good, good. Nice. Glad to hear it. I'm doing well. I've been, pretty busy, and haven't really had a chance to do a lot of streaming. So, and it's weird. I feel like with streaming now that I'm haven't been doing it that much. When I actually do it on the, the once a week times now, it feels more awkward to me. I've lost a little bit of flow in regards to it, and there's not that many games that I'm interested in playing right now. So there's also that is kind of a problem. Yeah, it's kind of like I'm in a funk in terms of the stream sitch. I'm not 100% sure the next steps here, aside from just sort of making it an office hours thing strictly, because I think maybe this one saving feature might be once the next Minecraft patch comes out, we might go back to that. That could be a move. But yeah, as of right now, I'm kind of running into a little bit of a wall in terms of ideas. And also, my energy level has gotten down because I'm constantly working on stuff. I hope the audiobook, the audiobook should be good. I'm going to I'll give it a listen, I don't know, tonight maybe. Well, no, not tonight. I won't have time tonight, but maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I think so too. I think you're right, and I think a lot of times, the whole transition that's happened this year is sort of everyone's sort of feeling a little bit different and kind of awkward about how to regulate their schedules, and people are feeling tired. Do you feel like you're more tired at the end of the day nowadays than you were back last year during remote learning? I feel like I am, definitely. And it's just so hard. There's all these things that I was like, you know what, I want to do this year, and I'm struggling to actually get able to do them. I was like, oh, I want to go back to do more jiu-jitsu, but the idea of having to go and do something that's really, really physically exhausting and intense at the end of the day is now become a role. Oh man, I don't know if it sounds like a good idea. It's one of those things where it's the night before or the day before, when it's something that you can think of the next day, you're like, oh, I'm going to do that tomorrow. It always seems like, oh, that's so cool. That'll be good. I'll feel like doing it. And then the time comes and you're you just don't have the energy. You're more tired throughout the day. You take a power nap when you get home. Yeah, me too. Last year you had energy but no motivation. Interesting. That's interesting. Energy but no motivation. That's kind of almost unfortunate. What did you do with all the energy? If you didn't have motivation to do anything and you had all this energy, it's what happens what did you do with it? If you're stuck in a game funk, I'd recommend a game on Steam called Civilization 6. If you are good with spending money, it's a strategy game where you settle cities, advance. I know about Civ. I played the Civ games since day uno. I thought, is Civilization 6 the newest one? When did that one come out? Because I might have actually already played this game, to be fair. Yes, I already played this one. Good recommendation. I already played it. Wasn't half bad. There was a new game that came out recently that's kind of along the line of Civilization. I think it's called Humankind. This game. This is basically a Civilization clone. It's like a Civ clone. I could play this one. Actually, you know what? I might actually have I think I might actually have gotten this game. 1 second. Wait 1 second. What up, Dr. Susie? Hello. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. You didn't bother trying to go out, working out. I just sat at home in front of my computer playing video games all day. Yeah. Yeah, I think that a lot of people felt that way, Nathan. I think that's actually like really true. It's so crazy because before the pandemic, my daily routine was, get up in the morning, go to work, and then come home, do a little bit of like extra work I needed to, and then I would go do jujitsu for like 2 hours, and then come back home, stream for like an hour, and then go to sleep. That was my schedule, and that's like a lot of energy. That took me, but I was like in a groove, and I was like totally able to do that. Then the pandemic happened. Work becomes sitting in front of a computer, right? Just like your classes become sitting in front of a computer. And then after that, it becomes essentially more easy to then just transition to like playing a video game instead of like going out and doing jujitsu. Plus, you couldn't do jujitsu or do physical activities. You couldn't go to the gym. You couldn't do anything because of COVID. And so you just fell into this funk. And now everyone's like experiencing that, like trying to get out of that momentum and get back. And it's not easy. So definitely not easy. And I understand that for sure. You see a lot of Civ YouTubers switching to Humankind. Yes, I actually do have that game. I didn't give it a chance yet, though. What's up, Nate? Long time no see. What is up? What is up? How are you? We were just talking about. Nathan brought up the idea of feeling very different this year than last year in regards to energy levels and motivation. What's up, Rooked? Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Nate, we were talking about potentially going back to Minecraft at the next update, 1.18. I was considering updating the server that we had started last year and jumping back into it and seeing if anyone else wanted to join the server for a round 2 of like starting to work on it, and maybe even doing like another Olympics. The problem is I just don't know if there's enough people this year. I think, and this is what we were talking about before, was that last year, I think more people were down for the Minecraft because they were already at home, they had more energy, and they were just sort of like maybe in that vibe of being behind a computer. So we'll see. You're down, Jay? So last year what we did was we started a Minecraft server, and we just used it as like kind of like an open server. Not open, it was invite only, but it was invited for students basically, or people that would like been around the stream long enough where like I kind of knew who they were and trusted them not to like grief other people's stuff. And we, had a decent number. We had like, I think like almost 10 people on there at one point, but usually around like 6 or 7 people. And we did an Olympics, which was fun. We did like an Olympic game kind of thing. But yeah, if you're down, once we get that up and running, for sure. I have heard of Hypixel. I played a little bit of it last year, and I was terrible at it. But yes, I know of it. Okay, looks like we have some people already that'd be down to join. I think, let me look at it really quickly. So the problem is the server is still running on 1.16.5. So we're gonna have to update the server. And then, oopsie. And once we update the server, that may mess up with some people's stuff, because I know that we built a lot of farms in there. Like a lot of people built some like very, very technical farms in there. Um, so I worry that the update is going to sort of break some of those farms. However, they are farms from last year, so we could either do maintenance on them, or we could start like doing new stuff. But I think it'll be cool because 1.18 is supposed to have like some really nice like new stuff to do in terms of like caves to explore in different biomes. And I think we had gotten to the point in that game where we had pretty much tapped it out, right? We had we'd beaten the Ender Dragon several times. We had gotten like our gear was like fully enchanted out. We had built farms for like almost everything we really needed. Yeah, we had to kind of max that game out. I actually want to go back at some point and look back through our old builds and just sort of remind me of what we had. Yeah, it was an SMP for sure. Could restart it, so we start from scratch because it gets boring late game when there's nothing else to do. Yeah, maybe that was the reason it kind of died off. Sharky, was that like at a certain point you lose like any sort of goals, right? Because you're like, all right, we have everything we need. Our armor is like completely like peak level. It's enchanted to the gills with everything we would want. We have our wings. We're just flying around. We've built a lot of different farms. You know, we've done all these different kinds of things. You've kind of experienced the whole spectrum of the game. We did the Olympics, which sort of was another thing. Just kind of ran out of things to do at the end of the day. And you can only go so far with, you know, even though Minecraft is sort of like a game that's supposed to be extremely open-ended, right? Like, oh, you can, you know, it's Legos. You can literally build anything you want. You know, like even Legos get boring, right? Like you know, we have limits to our creativity. So yeah, maybe that'll be the next thing. So let's see, what do we got? So today is the September 15th. Apparently patch 1.18 is coming out in the end of this year, late 2021. So maybe what I'll do is jump on Minecraft to look at the old server before we update it. And then when we update it, if in case everything breaks, we can always start from scratch. So wait, Jay, you're saying that if we start it, we should make rules. We did have general rules. Like there was definitely... Oh, wait, when you say rules, okay. I thought you meant like rules like don't grief people, don't mess with people's stuff. But you're saying more rules around like what you can and can't do in regards to the actual game itself. So like no end. When you say no end, does that mean no one is allowed to actually beat the game? Like you cannot kill the Ender Dragon? Is that your idea of no end? And then as far as a diamond economy, I have literally no idea what that would look like. What does that look like? So this person's posting something here saying that they're on a quest to find the single best item in the game that can be used as functional currency in its raw form. A functional currency should follow the following criterion below, as these 4 criterion form an ideal currency. Not many items in the game fit all 4 categories to their fullest, but we can get pretty close. Uncraftable, accessible in survival mode, divisible, non-renewable. Okay, so let me just think if I can think of, so before we scroll down, let me think if I can think of an item in Minecraft that fits these 4 categories. So uncraftable, that could be like an ore of some kind. Accessible and survivable, yes. Divisible, non-renewable. So oh, no end dimension. I see what you're saying, Jay. No end dimension. Got it. No end dimension. Okay, so basically you can only go into Overworld and Nether. Right. So what this idea of divisible is interesting because technically one piece of ore is not divisible, right? So I don't when this person is saying divisible, maybe they mean like a stack of ore can be divided down to a single unit. Because even like our currency, right? Like if you think about like dollars, the currency of dollars is not divisible infinitely. Like you go down to like 1 cent, but you don't divide anything lower than 1 cent usually. Usually. Although actually that's not even true, is it? Like I think you can get fractions of pennies in certain ways in our economy. Like with like I think there's actually ways to do that. Hold on a second. Can you? Each Saturday evening, I put gas in our cars. For as long as I can remember, gas prices have always included 9/10 of a penny in the price per gallon. Oh yeah, I remember this. This is weird. I've always seen this. So it'll be like $3.99 and 9/10 of a penny. So it'll be like 1/10 of a penny away from $4 per gallon. The reason they do this is clear. They make more money. Right, okay, because, they make more money, sure. That makes sense. They get an extra 9/10 of a penny from you, and you think you're not giving them that. I don't think you can charge a credit card a fraction of a penny. Most people don't buy just 1 gallon of gas. Right, so, okay, you can, it could make sense. To keep things simple, let's say about 10 gallons. Okay, well, anyway, we're getting off track here. So as diamonds are relatively expensive and there is no such thing as diamond nuggets, I will have to say that nether quartz is the best currency in the game as it is relatively common, but not too common, and it cannot be mass produced like mob drops or crops can. Quartz, through my research, is the best currency in the game. Interesting. Hypixel added a new SMP function. Not sure if it has a player cap, but you can create one that is 1.7, much less laggy. Yeah, that might be something to look into as well. We already have a server, so I was just thinking we could just use the same one. Oh, this is old? This is from 2018. Could be old. This is 3 years old. Quartz can be mass produced by pigman bartering plus gold farm. Yeah, this person's saying quartz currency. Guys, the 5 best Minecraft server economy servers. Purple Prison. What? They want to make a Minecraft server that models Earth. The server boasts 700 active player shops with realistic economy constraints such as taxes and interest rates in place by the server owners to keep economic activity stable and fair. Okay. Later, MDR. Yeah, well, okay. I mean, it looks like there's stuff that we can do to make it a little different, maybe keep it fresh. I can do some more research as well and see if there's a way to make it better, but yeah. Okay. Thanks for the suggestions, Jay. Okay. Yeah, cool. All right, so I'm gonna head out pretty soon here. You said what else? You said, do you have a dumb idea if we make the server have a small border? We'll have to practice resource management, create regulations to prevent overexploitation. That's not a dumb idea. That's like a that's like using making a Minecraft server that's following with like environmental regulation. Like you make it a. So the only reason why it's not going to be easy to do that in Minecraft is because Minecraft there's nothing built into the game that would create consequences for your actions. You know, it would be really cool if somehow someone could make a mod for Minecraft where, like, when you do like your activities actually create like externalize like costs on the rest of the world around you. So like maybe you had but the study guides do the day of the test. So let me change that if it's not, I might have put the wrong date on Schoology. The study guide should be due let's go to Schoology real quick. Let's jump in here. The study guide. Yeah, but I don't think you could do that kind of mod. Like I'm talking about something that would have to be built into like the game itself. Study guide's due on the 27th or the 28th, depending on what period. Like in order to do what I'm thinking, you would basically have to remake the game in such a way where, let's say, I mean, this would actually be a pretty cool game if someone made this. I don't think you would do it with Minecraft. I think you'd have to make an entirely new game. But the idea would be you would make a game where, as you harvest resources, the effects of the harvesting that you have has effects on the rest of the ecosystem in that world, right? So you would like harvest some trees, and if you overdid it, like the soil quality would decrease. It wouldn't hold as much water. It'd be harder to get crops to regrow on there. Maybe other animals wouldn't be able to survive there, and you lose the ability to get the resources from the animals. Right? Maybe having all that bare soil around you increases like temperature because now you have this bare earth that's like absorbing heat. Maybe there's soil. Maybe if you do like too much harvesting of wood, like now that you've exposed the soil and it becomes exposed, it dries out. There's no roots to hold it. Erosion takes place. The soil runs off into nearby water and causes the water to become murky, and that decreases like some resources in the water. The water quality goes down. right? If you're and maybe you're building, you have like livestock. If they overgraze, the same thing can happen. And like you have to manage the environmental costs associated with the game, because most games don't really have that built into it. It'd be an interesting to do. The problem is it's very hard to know exactly how that would work, but you could approximate it. Interesting idea. If any of you are going to be game developers out there, it's an idea for you. And what you could do is have the game could run on a time scale that's kind of like a long time scale, right? So everything could be sped up. And so like even your activities, like let's say you start building farms and have a lot of livestock, or you start building, factories to produce other goods, those contribute to like greenhouse gases, climate change. It's a very complex thing, but it could be interesting. Okay. Later, Sharky. I'm going to be taking off too, I think, at this point. Because it's been an hour and a half, and I'm getting kind of tired. So I'm going to call it a night, and I will see y'all later. Bye.